It's a wonderful day in West Virginia. Welcome to the Daily 304 Innovators and Entrepreneurs Show. Here at the Daily 304, we are committed to sharing the wealth, beauty, opportunity, and innovation that is here in wonderful, almost heaven, West Virginia. Today, we are joined by Audy Perry. He's the Executive Director of the Heritage Farm Foundation. Heritage Farms is a family-friendly history playground, offering people of all ages the opportunity to experience the past, develop an appreciation and respect for the present, and experience an adventure park and biking trails in Huntington, almost heaven, West Virginia. Audy Perry, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Andy. Honored to be here.
Heritage Farms is designed to be a source of hope and renewal for Appalachia. Audy, can you tell us a little bit about the vision and the purpose of the farm and the history, and share with our viewers how important it is to the community in Huntington?
Well, my parents moved out here about 50 years ago, 1973 to be exact. And this whole area was settled by German dairy farmers in the 1800s. They were just going to knock down the burnout shack that was left on the property and build a new farmhouse. But when they went to remove the wallboard and the fill, they discovered,
wow,
200-year-old hand-hewn logs, where you can still see the chisels and the adze marks, that someone, and they were, who did this? And how come we never learned about them in school? And so that began their passion for Appalachia. And like most passions, it got way out of hand after that. And so now there's 800 acres, 30-some buildings, and West Virginia's first Smithsonian affiliate.
To me, I'm thinking if you're affiliated with the Smithsonian, I don't know many Smithsonian museums that have climbing apparatus and bike trails. So talk a little bit about that destination tourism and the economic impact of that on your community.
So when my daughter graduated with her degree in zoology, she said, Dad, it's awesome that we're celebrating the amazing Appalachian person, but the Appalachian flora and fauna is amazing as well. And the idea of the adventure park was really a way to get the visitor into the forest, up into the mountains, and climbing those challenge courses to think about what it was like to be someone coming over those mountains and facing those challenges and overcoming those mountains. And honestly, mountain biking is one of the best ways to see an Appalachian forest, because the forest is so dense that typically hiking trails are your only way in and kind of exclusive to who can sojourn that. And we've designed trails that we take the hard part out. We take you to the top of the mountain and then you choose your adventure down. So family friendly, so everybody is able to enjoy the forest. But you mentioned about destination. I think that tourism is critical to West Virginia's future. We have many opportunities, but we're our own enemy. If anybody thinks less of ourselves, it's our own fault, because the visiting world is just amazed at the kindness of the people, the beauty of the state, and the culture that is still relevant. Because we live here, we don't realize it, but a lot of places have lost their culture and have lost their sense of place. And so when people are traveling, they yearn to find places that are authentic and real.
And what I love about what you all do is like you kind of have this magic box that you're opening and saying, look at the wealth, opportunity, the culture, the food, from apple butter to German dairy farms and the history that's here. So Audy, you work hard. We were talking earlier, it's like a vocation. Tell me a little bit about what you do here in West Virginia from a livability or a relaxation standpoint. What do you and your family take in here? What's your favorite thing to do?
Well, I have a 2-year-old grandson.
Oh my.
So whatever he's doing is the most fun thing at that given moment, I just have to say. But I love our lakes. I love those mountain streams. There's just nothing like them. And they're in every county. It's amazing. We'll have visitors, and there's all these amazing there's 1908 electric trucks and Conestoga wagons and bison and all kinds, just everything you can imagine. And the biggest hit will be playing in the creek, because a lot of kids have never done that.
Yeah.
You know, catching a minnow and finding a crawdad, you'd think they had discovered new life on Mars, you know, so don't overlook the simple things. But I love snow skiing. That's probably at the height of my West Virginia experiences. I love that time of year.
And you're close to that here. We can get away and play in a creek, or be it snowshoe or canoeing, taking in some really great experiences, whether it be biking. And, you know, from an entrepreneurial standpoint, I mean, taking advantage of the increase in interest of biking to the kind of culture and heritage that you have there, I think was a great move. Audy, we have something here called Innovation Corner, where we try to share with our viewers and listeners a piece of advice from someone who has been there and done the things and faced the challenges that you have as an entrepreneur, an innovator, and a business person. Can you give us a quick summary of that one thing that kept you going as you've gone through all of the transition and the change and COVID and the ability to take that farm and transition it into a destination tourism location?
Keep showing up.
Every day.
That's the key.
You just got to be there.
You're not gonna get a home run or a win every time out. So the key is just not give up. That's not always easy, but you just keep showing up. Good things will happen if you keep showing up.
And the advice to me, if you show up every day, eventually you're going to learn what you need to learn to overcome that obstacle. It's wonderful advice. Audy, it's a short show. If you could give us the easiest way to find out more information about how our viewers and listeners can visit you at Heritage Farms.
HeritageFarmMuseum.com.
Well, that was easy. Well, we look forward to a wonderful fall with you and all of the great activities you have there. Thank you so much for pouring your heart into the history, the culture, and Appalachia. We respect you and are very proud of that you're in West Virginia, and love to point people your direction. So thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Andy, and thank you for what you're doing on behalf of our state. It's going to be great.
Audy Perry, thanks so much and have a great day.
Thanks, Andy.
And thank you for watching. Be sure to follow us on all our social media channels at The Daily 304. You can also stay up to date with all the great things happening in beautiful, almost heaven, West Virginia by heading over to wv.gov/daily304. We'll see you again next time.